Hello Electroheads, let's talk tech, like really cool tech. If you're a regular to this channel, you'll know that we love all things electric, kind of in the name. But one thing that we get particularly excited about is the technology that makes a difference, one that drives societal change for the better or offers a solution to a worldwide problem like air pollution, traffic congestion, or global warming. There are a lot of smart people out there coming up with mind-bogglingly smart inventions that blow my tiny mind. So let's talk about some of them. But before we do, please don't forget to like this video if you haven't already, and then subscribe to our channel for reviews, roundups, and so much more. Here is our top 5 insanely cool inventions that could save the world. Number 1 on our list is a company called the Tyre Collective. These lot have been hard at work tackling a pollutant that few of us have even considered, the microplastic pollution generated by tyre wear. Did you know that up to 50% of air particulate emissions are generated from road transport? As a vehicle's tyre wears, it generates tiny bits of plastic that become airborne and affect our lungs and eventually the waterways. I actually go a little bit more into this in this video right here. It's on air pollution. It's a really important topic. Please do click on it, watch it, get clued up. Tyre wear is the second largest microplastic pollutant in the oceans after single-use plastics. EVs may have no tailpipe emissions, but they wear out their tyres even quicker than regular vehicles thanks to their heavier weight. This is a problem that needs a solution as soon as possible, and thankfully the clever people at the Tyre Collective have been working on a device that could capture 60% of all airborne particles from tyre wear, which would make a significant difference to our air quality and the environment. How does it capture these particles? Well, it uses static electricity, the same way that hair sticks to a balloon when you rub it on someone's head. To really understand the amount of tyre wear that's shed, the team tracked TfL buses in real time and found that one bus in a single day sheds particles equivalent to the size of a grapefruit. And now I feel sick. Well, thank God for the Tyre Collective, because once this static sheet captures all of those particles, instead of just disposing of these plastic fragments, they can be reused again to create new tyres. This kind of smart tech is exactly what we need, and it doesn't take a big company or millions of pounds to get the ball rolling. The Tyre Collective actually came from a group of graduate students from Imperial College and the Royal College of Arts. The team is comprised of just 4 dedicated individuals who decided to take their uni project and take it to the next level. They've won awards and now are working with some of the largest tyre and vehicle manufacturers to make their project a reality. Hanson, Hugo, Siobhan, Deepak, we can't wait to see your design on the road soon. In at number 2, this invention tackles a major issue in big cities across the globe, and that's simply getting from here all the way to here. We've already embraced the e-bike and e-scooter culture as a great way to cut back on emissions and speed up inner city commuting. But that is more so for single occupancy traveling with fairly limited cargo. What about when you've got a suitcase or you're traveling with a second person and you just need a hop-on, hop-off solution? Well, VO Vehicles plans to revolutionize the taxi sector with its futuristic VO Voxi solar taxi. Marianne Bailey is the founder of this British brand and has designed the VO Voxi to be a zero-emission vehicle that can get you around the city quickly, quietly, and efficiently. There's space inside for a driver and passenger, as well as a surprising amount of luggage. And obviously you get full weatherproof protection on the way to your destination, something that e-bikes and e-scooters just don't have.
Pathetic.
What makes the VO Voxi even more unique is that it's fitted with pedals and powered with the same pedal assist you'd get with an e-bike. So that makes it eligible for bike lanes, so you won't be sitting in gridlocked traffic at rush hour. How great is that? It's clear that fat-off SUVs won't be retreating from city roads anytime soon, so the VO Voxi is fighting fire with fire. Think how smug you'll be passing them all by on the inner lane, all comfy and cozy in your weatherproofed pod, right on time for your meeting, minimal delays, and this pod can go the distance. The battery pack has a range of up to 100 miles. Add the solar panels on top, and you can squeeze another 40 miles out of that during the day. That's assuming, of course, the sun is out. Imagine how much cleaner our air would be, considering that London black cabs are up to 30 times as toxic as a passenger car of the same age. Yeah. And there's more to come. Once VO Vehicles gets a firm order for a fleet of VO Voxi taxis, this will allow them to further develop the platform, initially making the taxi into a full EV, so you don't have to do the pedaling, then adding an extra pair of seats, and eventually full autonomy.
Oh my Christ!
Now, that really would revolutionize the way we get around, which actually leads me very nicely to my next point. Number 3 on our list is Tesla's somewhat controversial self-driving robo-taxi idea. The plan is to have a network of self-driving cars which can be summoned via an app whenever you need a ride. Kind of like Uber, but without the driver. But get this, if you're a Tesla owner, you could potentially add your own vehicle to the network, which would generate income whilst you're not using it. Your Tesla could earn you money. Let the robots do the work for you. Imagine the scenes watching your very own Tesla roll off your drive and cart off into the sunset to put in a shift. This sounds like something out of Futurama, doesn't it?
Good news, everyone!
And if done right, and that is a very big if, it would change the face of rideshare and driving. Aside from obviously getting the tech to function as it should, it will probably take a while to get regulatory approval for use on public roads. Tesla has regularly delayed the introduction of robo-taxis because of this very reason. Still, imagine a road network essentially run by robots. We could cut out thousands of accidents caused by human error. Almost 40% of all car accidents in the UK are due to drivers failing to look properly. Now you won't have to be looking at all because instead you can sit back, enjoy a good book or film on the way to your destination. Autonomous vehicles could also negotiate traffic far more efficiently and road rage would become a thing of the past. Think of the nationwide drop of low blood pressure. The NHS would thank us for it. But Tesla isn't the only company developing its autonomous tech either. Motional is working with ride-sharing companies like Uber and Lyft to develop driverless systems, and some major auto firms like BMW and Volkswagen have also developed their very own autonomous vehicles. Mercedes, in fact, have actually beaten Tesla by being the first to win regulatory approval on level 3 autonomy, which allows drivers to take their hands off the wheel in slow-moving traffic so you can legally write an email or watch a film whilst being behind the wheel. The movement towards autonomy is edging ever closer, and whether you like it or not, we are going to see this tech go mainstream and it will be a game changer for the transport industry. But that's a lot to debate. Make sure to drop me a comment because I would love to hear your thoughts on this. I think it's going to be dividing a lot of opinions. Right, our 4th entry is Elonroad. Now, you might be thinking that Elon Musk has developed some kind of new space-age road, but you would only be half right. Elonroad is actually an acronym for Evolution Road.
No fucking way.
And is a project by the Swedish Transport Administration known as the Hard-Working Collective. I can really see an album in the works here, guys. Elonroad is an electric road system built like a railway track, which goes underneath the road and charges EVs as they drive along. I know, right? So cool. Think of the possibilities with this thing. This is a solution and a half. It could be a great way to simplify the EV charging infrastructure and, best of all, quash range anxiety. It would be a thing of the past. You'd be able to drive along and see that little battery life maintain itself. It's even digitally connected to vehicles as they're on the move, keeping track of any issues, optimizing the charging network. You can tell I'm a big fan, and this setup is the first of its kind to have been tested in an urban environment with a city bus and other vehicles, but the potential is huge once it's fully developed. The system is intended to be used by all electric vehicles, from your tiny city car right up to commercial trucks. It could be installed anywhere from parking lots to loading bays, so you'd be able to charge your EV whenever you needed to pop into the shops. It opens up the potential for charging to happen just about anywhere and be cable-free. The rail track design can be installed under motorways too, so you can travel long distances without needing to constantly stop to recharge. This is huge. The possibilities are quite literally endless. It would revolutionize the course of EV adoption. For example, this could lead to smaller batteries, which would reduce EV manufacturing costs, meaning cheaper cars. All of this would go to reducing the carbon footprint of electric vehicles while making our lives a whole lot easier. It would have to be adopted around the world, which is, well, a slight issue, but it would make a hell of a lot of sense if it did. A definite game changer. All right, all this talk of range anxiety brings me nicely onto invention number 5, which addresses one of the most pressing concerns of EV owners right now: battery charging. Zipcharge, another British company, has developed a smart little portable EV charger called the Zipcharge Go that promises to take the hassle out of charging your electric car when you aren't near any suitable charging points, or maybe you've just run out of juice at the wrong time. It happens. It's essentially like a portable charging bank for your phone, just way bigger and can be trundled like a suitcase to wherever you've parked your car. It's currently compatible with a Type 2 socket, which is pretty common in most EVs in the UK. To charge it, all you need to do is plug it into any standard wall socket, which can provide between 20 and 40 miles of range to your EV. A recent study found that the average car trip in the UK was just 8.4 miles, so that sort of range that it can deliver should be enough for most commutes. It could also be the perfect solution for those of us who live in an apartment block or don't have regular access to a public charging point. With its 4 kilowatt-hour capacity, the Zipcharge Go takes between 30 to 60 minutes to charge your car, and you can keep track of the progress with a handy phone app. It's totally weatherproof and small enough to fit in your boot. Now, some of you will rightly be asking, well, isn't this just a dense piece of equipment that's going to drain my battery even more if I store it in the car? Well, okay, it does weigh around 22.5 kilograms, but say if you have a Nissan Leaf, that weighs less than 2% of the car, so the impact on efficiency would be marginal, unless you have something like a G-Whiz.
What is that? How can you design that?
It's due to go on sale next year, and if you want to buy it outright, it's gonna cost you around £1,500, which is around the same price with a fully installed home charger, or you can get it on subscription for about £49. So there you have it, 5 very cool inventions which could be doing great things for the planet. Now, which of these gets you fired up the most and most impassioned about the new world? Let me know down in the comments. I love to hear from you guys. And if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to give it a big fat thumbs up, click that button, and also, if you haven't already, subscribe, because not only will you be on the pulse with our latest videos, but you'll also make me incredibly happy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you soon.